It was the first night of Hanukkah. The single light of the menorah gleamed with a strange radiance. Its light came neither from wax nor oil. This was a very special menorah. It was made from an old wooden clog, and the oil was boot polish. This was Hanukkah in Bergen-Belsen. The Bluzhever Rebbe chanted the first two blessings in the customary festive tune. He was about to make the third blessing, and he stopped. He paused for what seemed like a very long time. He looked around the room at all the faces in front of him, and then he said, "Blessed are you, Hashem, our God and God of our fathers, who has kept us alive and preserved us and brought us to this time." Later, one of the men came over to the Bluzhever Rebbe and said, "Can I ask the rabbi a question, please?" "What is your question?" "How can you possibly make a blessing thanking God for bringing us to this time? Should we thank Him for bringing us to Bergen-Belsen, for bringing us to a time like this?" "You know," said the Bluzhever Rebbe, "I had exactly the same thought as you, and that's why I stopped in the middle. I was about to ask the Rabbi of Zena and some of my other colleagues if I could really make that blessing, and then I caught sight of all the faces looking so intently at that wooden clog filled with black camp boot polish. And I thought, here we are, in the depths, in the blackest darkness that could exist in this world, and here are some Yidden lighting candles. In spite of all the evil that those murderers are doing, we are lighting candles. And I thought to myself, Rabbeinu Shel Olam, Master of the world, who is like your people Israel? Look how they stand with death staring them in the face, and lovingly they hang onto every word. She'asa nisim lavoseinu bayomim haheim bazman hazeh. And I thought to myself, if this is not the place to thank Hashem for bringing us to this time, then I don't know when is. I have a sacred duty to say that blessing now. Hanukkah is the only celebration in the Jewish calendar that spans 2 months, a month of light and a month of darkness. In spite of that great light that was revealed at Hanukkah, that light darkened in Tevet. On the fast of the 10th of Tevet, we mourn 3 great tragedies: the translation of the Torah into Greek, the death of Ezra, the prophet, and that marked the end of prophecy, and finally, the surrounding of Yerushalayim by the Babylonians, which led to the destruction of the first Beis Hamikdash, the first temple. Teves is a month of darkness. The total number of candles that we light on Hanukkah is 36, if you exclude the Shamas. At the beginning of the creation, a supernal light called the Or HaGanuz shone, and it shone for 36 hours. With that light, you could see from one end of the world to the other, meaning you could see cause and effect. You could see why things happened. All was revealed. After 36 hours, Hashem hid it away so that it couldn't be used by those who are evil. That supernal light reappeared in the lamps of the menorah in the Beit HaMikdash, and it can be found to this day in the lights of our menorahs. 36. If you count the number of days from the beginning of Hanukkah till the end of Tevet, that also comes to 36. The hidden light spreads into the darkness, even though you cannot see it. You know, I always thought that the end of Hanukkah was a bit of an anticlimax. True, on the last night we light all the candles in a blaze of glory, but the following morning all that's left to do is to clean up the mess from the olive oil. And apart from mentioning Al Nissim in our prayers, there's nothing we really do except to clear away the menorah and put it away for another year. It seems strange that the last day of Hanukkah is called Zos Hanukkah, Zod Hanukkah. This is Hanukkah. This is the essence of Hanukkah. And yet this is the message of Hanukkah. Sometimes our lives are filled with darkness, the darkness of illness, the darkness of depression, of unhappiness. The lights seem to have gone out in our lives, leaving us in a very dark world. Our comfort is to know that the lights have not gone out. They burn secretly, hidden from sight. And very soon the whole world will be ablaze with a great light, when all the world will be filled with the knowledge of Hashem, the God of Israel.